All right, 3 strikes and you're out. This is the third and last attempt. I'm doing Paddy's versus Bushmills Red Bush. Last week I did it and I realized I couldn't smell or taste them one from the other. No point in having that video posted. Now earlier today I did it and I was able to, I thought, tell them apart, but then the video was too long and I said, I was out walking a few minutes ago and I was like, no. You gotta keep it 30 minutes or less. Nobody wants to see all that. And I agree with that. I'm my own harshest critic. All right, so it's simple, so it doesn't have to be drug out. I'm getting better with the illness. Can smell, well, not too much, but taste a little bit. So Paddy's aged 3 years, sort of basic, 1999 bottle. Triple distilled, bottled in Kentucky for Sazerac. All right, I'm gonna end up wasting it all with these reshoots. Named after a salesman, Paddy O'Flaherty or Paddy Flaherty, depending on which part of the website you're looking at. Anyway, from Middleton Distillery, Cork, Ireland, Irish Republic. Bushmills Red Bush, also triple distilled, aged 4 years in first fill bourbon barrels, meaning they used to age bourbon in them, and the first time they filled them was with this Irish whiskey. This was introduced in 2017, so it's only been on the market for 3 years, and it says on the back, aged a minimum of 3 years. True, because it's 4 years, which is a year longer than 3. I'm getting that information straight from their website. It says age 4 years. So the price, $21.99, maybe $20.99, depending on what stores you shop at. So let's say $21, $20, $1 difference, maybe $2 difference, but comparable. 3-year age, 4-year age. Aroma, flavor, not that different. I think Paddy's uses ex-bourbon barrels also, so, Irish Republic, the part of Ireland has their own president. Northern Ireland, still a British territory, with an administrator appointed by the Queen and the government, the Prime Minister. That situation. One of those countries that has two political units, right? Samoa, American Samoa, Ireland, Northern Ireland, North Korea, South Korea, Republic of China, People's Republic of China. When I was in elementary school, they had Honduras and British Honduras. Now Belize. Okay. I'll show you an Irish whiskey I bought today at Walmart, 1996. I don't know if there's any video reviews. I'll try to find out, but not anytime soon. I'll try to find out because I'm in no rush. Looks like it was bottled on the 95th day of 2017 in the afternoon. 17 hours, 26 minutes. Duhans. Don't know. Nice bottle. I don't know anything about Duhans blended Irish whiskey, whether it's good, bad, neutral. For the price, it's probably just average, kind of fine. When I say average, I mean like it could be a B plus, very good, because average these days is always like high. It's just that the average liquor is good. The average beer is good. So when we say average, we don't mean bad. We mean good, just run of the mill. P Paddy's, B Bushmills. This is it. I'm telling you, I don't care what happens. I'm not shooting it again or staging it again. First time illness. Okay. You like my cap? First time illness. Not in my control. Second time, my fault, because people were making comments, then we were talking, and you get caught up in it, but still no excuse. Bushmills metal cap, Paddy's cork, true cork, not rubberized, real cork. From cork. All right. I gotta stop wasting it. Go back there. All right. So price, $1 difference, or $2 at the max. And ultimately, I don't think it's going to make much difference. If I can't tell them apart, it's not going to, I can't blame it on illness, because I can taste stuff now better. Not perfectly, not perfect. And they're just kind of similar. So Black Bush, yeah, I did the first challenge, which I deleted. Easy. It was clearly the winner, but I wanted to make sure. Did the second follow-up challenge this morning, clear winner. So, but for $31, better be $11 more. So that's established. Bushmills regular 3-star, you know, the original, the white label, is better than Paddy's, but not way better, but better. Okay. The price seems to be commensurate with what you get. The Black Bush, significantly better. I don't know about $11, but it is better. This one is probably going to be a washout. So even if I do luck out and tell them apart, which the first 2 times I did not, it won't mean anything. I don't think it'll mean anything. You might think it'll mean, but I don't. Appearance the same, gold. Gold. I mean, I could pick up a little cereal grain in the nose and some alcohol fumes. I mean, I never was like super stopped up. It's just sniffly, and it goes on for a week and it becomes so miserable. Not that it ever ain't miserable, but then my ability to smell went away. That was not fun. That was uncool. And then when I couldn't taste, that was really bad. I couldn't taste anything. Thankfully, that kind of slowly dissipated. I'm not saying I taste perfectly now. I had some ramen noodles and with some mushrooms in it, sliced smoked sausage, which I put mustard on the top when I would pull them out there. And I put some black pepper and hot sauce, and the very salty elements you could taste in the mustard, and even the greasiness of the pork sausage. No, was that beef sausage? I'm trying to think of the one. But whatever, you know, I could taste it all, those elements. Same nose here, more or less. They're so similar, so similar. A lot of beers are like that. People are asking, what do you prefer, Budweiser, Miller High Life, or Coors, or Old Milwaukee? And I'm like, they're all kind of like the same. They don't taste exactly the same, I know. What I mean is they're so similar that in an appreciable sense, the differences don't matter. And in these two, with these two, I think it's going to be the same story. Smells fine for a little bit of smelling I could get. And fine. Underlying and predominant cereal grain. What about doughy single malt? Yeah, they are there. It's there. I would say 20%, no higher. Could it be higher? It could be higher. Do I think it's higher? I don't think so. You say, well, that's just like American blended whiskey. They're about 20% straight bourbon generally. I know. And the rest is filler. Some people call it vodka. It's really not vodka. It is in a general sense, not in a specific sense, because vodka is like 7, 6, 7, or at least 4 times distilled. They just distill it and distill it and distill it. But American whiskey blended uses grain neutral spirits, which is really just distilled once. It's raw, and they They use it as a filler. It's like corn. It's moonshine. Okay, so I don't know. You ever heard anybody call moonshine vodka? I haven't. And then Canadian whiskey, no. All right, so it's the same principle. Scotch blended whiskey, same principle. All right, so the aroma on these is not bad. It's just run of the mill, let's call it. And which it doesn't mean bad. Does not mean bad. Why is that? Is that a chip? Oh, it's water. All right, taste. Cheers. Make it up to 70 today, maybe. I don't know about that though. It's like 67 now. But in southeastern Louisiana, dampness is always a problem. Doesn't have to be cold to feel cold, you know. It's too damp. So you start getting south of 80, lower than 80, and you get dampness, it'll feel bad. All right. That tastes basic. When I mean basic, I mean, like I said, a bulk of cereal grain whiskey. Irish grain whiskey is basically odorless and colorless, what you want to call grain spirits. And then it's like 20% what they say single malt whiskey. It's fine. It's nothing too terrific. Nothing bad. It's just ordinary. Here. All right. That seems a little more rough cut. Little more bitey, a little bit more grain alcohol-y, less doughy, which means to me, not as good. And probably Paddy's. But then if I post the duo review of Paddy's with my friend David and myself, I'm going to post it on the alternate channel, Anti-War. Because I didn't like the way I had the lighting done. I was like, fool, after I watched it, I was like, fool, you didn't turn the overhead lights on. And then I was saying to myself, that's because you did all those other beer reviews before you did Paddy's and you weren't thinking straight. Yeah, but that's no good excuse. And I didn't like the way it came out. It was good. I mean, we talked about the product. Just didn't like the way it came out. See, this one has more like a honey taste. Honey, you mean like honey top bread? Kind of like that, like sourly honey top. It's got less bite to it. It's just a little smoother. It's a little nicer. And I'm not saying it's anything great. I never said Paddy's or Bushmills was great. I said the original was very good, and I said the Black Bush was approaching great. I mean, it's pretty dynamite. But beyond that, round 2, says Jeep and Foodie Caleb. Yeah, like round 3. In the final, I don't care what happens. I'm not doing another shoot. I mean, I might do another shoot today because I'm trying to catch up. But it might be going too far. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't go too far, Tony. You know, I want to catch up, but I have to have some semblance of control. Because I lost those days and I was disgusted by it. Disgusted. I was like, oh, I had these great plans. These great plans. You know, the best laid plans of mice and men. I I just think the defining factor here, the definitive factor, is the grain alcohol. I just think this one has more grain whiskey in it. It's a little, it is sharper, harsher, rougher. I know people's counter argument is going to be, "Who? Nobody drinks Paddy's in a glass at room temperature without ice or neat. You know, nobody does that. They mix it. They buy it for St. Patrick's Day, and they make this and that concoction, the cocktail that they read about." I know that. But I'm trying to drink them straight, neat, just to get a purified taste, whether it's that good or not that good. All right, last taste, and I'm calling it. It's got to be the Bushmills because it just got more dope. Oh, yeah. Now, I talked about this in previous videos that I deleted. It was so crazy, the price. John and Nearly was like, "What? You remember I was with you?" And Maxwell, hello. He says, "Hello, Ron. Hello to you, Maxwell, in Russia, the Russian Federation." John and Nearly was with us last year and went to Savannah Discount. We were all like appalled because they had Bushmills for $9.99, Red Bush. He's like, "I never tried it, but I'm buying it." I was like, "I can't blame you, you know." I went back there a few months ago. They still had one on the shelf, $9.99, but I didn't buy it. My friend David was like, "Buy it, buy it." I was like, no. I can't buy everything multiple times. I'll have a house full of liquor. If you come over here now, you're going to say, "You still have a house full of liquor." I know. Come on, son. I'm talking about to the sun, sunlight, sun, warmth. Old man winter, go away and stay away. Why do you think everybody's sick? There's a difference, but it's not profound, but it's there. All right, so this is the Paddy's in my right hand. I'm using the opposite hand to point, and that's the Red Bush in my left hand. I believe. I don't know. I believe it. I assume it. That's my guess, my best guess. I think I have it. They're both medium bodied, and their finish is medium long. It's kind of a long finish on both of these. All right, like I said, $21 for Red Bush and 22 for Red Bush, 20 for Paddy's. So a $2 difference, maybe a $1 difference where you live, but that's about it. $20 for Paddy's, 22 for Red Bush. Yes. And then it's 23 for the original Bushmills. Am I getting sick of drinking this Irish whiskey? I'm not getting sick of it, but I'm not exactly enthralled with it, especially with these revisits because of illness and then having to reshoot. So I'll be delighted to get into the single malt, get through that, and then finally get to this Mitsunara finished in Japanese oak Chivas Regal. I'm not expecting a whole lot from that. The 12-year age Chivas Regal to me is not that good. I mean, it is in the 90s, like around a 90. I'm not saying too much these days, but it's bland. To me, it's bland. You might love it. I think it's bland. So this is Paddy's. Oh wait, I said this was the Bushmills, right? And that's the Paddy's with the harsher grain alcohol list. I thought I was done. Yeah, the honey top. Yeah, right. Honey top bread loaf. Ron decorated the New Year tree. We don't have a New Year tree. No, I never heard of a New Year tree. Heard of a New Year blessing that we put on our door jamb, you know, on your threshold, the top of your door. The church, Catholic Church, gives us a bag with a prayer in it and a piece of chalk, and you put a blessing with the year, and Balthazar, Caspar, and Melchior, the three wise men. Legendary names, not no kind of evidence that that's their real names. Caspar, Balthazar, Caspar, and Melchior. But anyway, I think this is the Paddy's P. Ooh, 3 out of 3 wrong. Well, I'm consistent on these. Golly gee, that's the Bushmills that got the harsher qualities with it. Boy, this one is a real trick, and a bad trick. Well, this is the third and going to stay posted. I'm not taking this one down, and I'm not reshooting it. No way. So did 3 taste challenges, 2 deleted, 1 still posted, meaning this one. Paddy's versus Bushmills Red Bush, and I got them wrong 3 times in a row over a week period, about a period of a week. So what does that prove? Well, it proves I can't tell them apart in a blind taste test. It proves that they're about the same price. It proves that, well, it doesn't prove anything because I'm only me. You have to do a blind taste test and see what you might do a blind taste test and that fast say, I got it. I know this. Well, that's good because I sure don't. Now, Bushmills original white label, I got it first time, but I kept that original posting. Black Bush, first time got it right, but I deleted it because I was having trouble smelling and tasting. I wanted to make sure I had it. Second posting this morning, got it right. Able to smell and, well, at least taste better. Clearly different. This one, 3 out of 3. Wrong. I think I'm satisfied now to know that I can't tell them apart. Well, I'll be able to deal with that some kind of way. No, I'll get over it. And then maybe I never drank any beer today. Can you believe it? Never. I didn't drink any beer. I did a wine review. Wasn't bad. The White Zinfandel from Oakleaf. It's, basic. What do you think Oakleaf's going to be? But it's fine. Basic is fine. Basic is okay. Nina Yordi says, never had an old style. Oh, yeah. I bought this cap at a local store here, which is funny because we never got old style beer here. But I bought the actual beer in Mexico once in 2014, which I thought was strange. And I bought it up in the Chicago area years and years, multiple times. But it's owned by Pabst. They're not going to let people actually be able to buy it. Never had old style, though. Their website suggests it's available at a bird hunting club in central Connecticut. It might be because some of those clubs have like a little bar. But what it'll be is like a bar for their members. So it's not like you can go in there and buy it. But you see what Pabst is doing is they're using their distributor information. You see what I'm saying? Like they know their distributor ships it to that bird hunting club, and they have it. But it's not like you can go in there and say, hey, that's like Jim Beam was saying I could buy Kessler's blended American whiskey at this club on US 61, that way towards Baton Rouge, at this little bar. But I think it's like a private club. I was like, I'm not going to that bar. Like, it doesn't look like a place that you could just go. I think you have to be a member. But I know they're getting it from their distributor. They know they probably have a bottle there that they got from the distributor. I'm feeling all right. Maxwell, hey there, Maxwell. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good, thank you. So anyway, that's it. Can't tell them apart. I give up. I give up. Now in 6 months, when I do hands, God willing, be a shame if I bought the bottle, never got to it. I don't know what to expect because I don't know anything about it. It'll probably just be bland, My expectation is that it'll be bland, nondescript, and I won't be able to tell it apart from anything else that's bland and nondescript. Black Bush, yeah, everything else just be like the same thing. And they all like $20, so it doesn't matter. It's like, oh, this Irish whiskey is $20. 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 You say, oh, you're stuck in a groove. You just keep repeating yourself again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Exactly. That's the theme of the Irish whiskey so far. They are very similar one to another. And it's not that different with blended Scotch. You know, I got what, 20 different blended Scotch whiskeys, but there is more variation there, I have to admit. All right, so that's it. Could there be possibly one more today? I doubt it, but anything's possible. I didn't have to go to work today, but anything's possible. The single malt revisit, the Tomatin Dualcus versus the Glenlivet Founders Reserve. I could restage that today. I don't think I want to, but I could, depending on how I feel in an hour. Anybody want to see the beer that was sent to me today? Somebody sends me a text. UPS dropped this off. I didn't hear them, but I said, what? So I went and checked. I said, oh, look at y'all. So got some beer today. So 2 bottles each. A great beer for dry January stories. Well, I don't have any dry January stories, but I guess I will now. So I got 2 exciting beers sent to me. I was like, yeah. Keep this letter for reference because it's got tasting notes plus information about the beer that's over 375 years old. One brand, the brand, not the company, the actual brand is over 375 years old. I say, woof. Now, so last call. Anybody want to see what it is? Going once. Going twice. Forget it. You have to wait till the solo review comes up and duo, because I know my friend Davis can be like, let's review it. One thing about him, he never gets tired of reviewing beer incessantly. Can't really criticize that because that's what I do. Oh, show it. Oh, you caught it at the last second. You caught it at the last second. All right, that's it. And then I'm shutting the video off. Bland. All right. First is the class. I love the new bottles. The ever famous Paulaner Salvatore. Been on the market over 375 years. Steve from Philly says, come on, Ron. 375 years. Paulaner Salvatore. Telling me this is from the days of the Holy Roman Empire. This company was founded in 1634 by Pauline monks, but it got seized by the government in the days of the revolution in France. The world revolution that originated in France, let's call it. Enjoy before July 21st, 2021. July 2021. 7.9% alcohol. Boy, you drink. Don't be crazy. Don't be crazy. Salvatore, the original Doppelbock, baby. Bottle conditioned. That means they put live yeast in it and it ferments in the bottle. Well, let's see about that. Paulaner's brewing history begins with Salvatore. It was the Paulaner monks who invented this unfiltered bottom fermented, that means lager, Doppelbock, double bock. This beer, they spell it German, B-I-E-R. This beer has been brewed for over 375 years. Well, this company's from Germany, so some of their translation is not coming across so well. This beer has been brewed for over 375 years, always adhering to the original recipe, with only a few small changes over the years, so not exactly the original recipe, but they probably improved it. Brewed from dark malt barley. See, in English, we say barley malt. Barley malt. Brewed from dark malt barley. They mean to say malted barley. Also known as Munich malt, is where the beer's dark chestnut color comes from. Salvatore has a mild, sweet aroma of chocolate and imparts a distinctly bold, robust flavor. Goes well with hearty meals. And then they talk about the new label. And then there's another one they sent me called Paulaner Wiesenradler. A great beer, they keep spelling it German, B-I-E-R. A great beer for dry January stories. It's a mix of Paulaner Hefeweizen with some lemonade, and it's got no alcohol in it. Oh, me. Citrus notes of lime, orange, and lemon match the wheat beer perfectly and provide a uniquely balanced taste experience. In addition to Wiesenradler's perfectly balanced blended taste, the product is unfiltered and a naturally perfect thirst quencher. Best of all, it has significantly fewer calories, sugar, and sodium than that of a leading sports drink. Enjoy. And then you talk about the new bottle. So when I saw this on my porch, I was happy. Look, it's got that blue cap. You know, any European NA's always got blue. You ever notice that? Except I think one has green, or am I thinking of American? Non-alcoholic malt beverage with natural flavor and lemon juice. I wasn't exactly excited about these, but I'll review them. 2 bottles each. All right, that's it. Had St. Bernardus priors yet? No. So I don't know if these are bottle conditioned because they didn't indicate that. Steve from Philly says, choo, choo, choo. Yep, Kansas City Southern passing through. Uh-oh, Ron's got, well, I had a virus, I suppose. I don't know which one. They're all around. They're all around in the air. Okay, you know how winter time goes, don't you? Thanks for watching this video production.